Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, now we are going to create a new ad, Facebook ad. Okay, and we'll go through various topics. So first, let's look at what are we going to cover in creating our own FB ads. First, we need to identify what locations. So here I've covered India, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, US, UK, Australia. What age group, which is your target audience? So I've looked at 21 to 55. The language, English UK or English US, right? I have excluded the interest of Russell Brunson because I don't want to compete with his audience. Okay, so the people who will match interest, first we are going to target those people who are aware about various, who have some interest in any of these softwares, right? Second, they so this and they should also have interest in the people who are the expert in the online business. So these are the people like Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins. These are the people who are, Tony Robbins is a motivation speaker. So these are the people who we will cover, and then also match what could be the type of people we are looking at in terms of whether they're self-employed, owner, founder, owner and CEO. So we're going to use this as the base for our creating our Facebook ad. So let's first go to the ads manager. So you just, when you're on a Facebook, just type ads manager. When you click over there, so you will go to the Facebook ad manager, right? And then you're going to create a new ad. Okay. So based on your accounts, first you need to have a your own Facebook account and a Facebook page, because every ad get associated with a Facebook page. Okay, so you need to create a business page for yourself, right? And then based on that we will continue with our, okay, so once you have your own ads manager page, so what you do is you go to the create, and it will create a fresh ad for you. Okay, and few are the things you need to keep in mind what you're going to cover based on the based on the options which you have available here. So first you need to identify what is the objective are you looking at. Okay, so in our case the marketing objective is we want to have the traffic. Just leaving it here, we start with the fresh. Okay, so when I say traffic, then it gives me the options of okay, so I can give the name of the ad. It could be something like I want the age group of say 21 to 55, right? People who are business owners, right? Or self-employed. And then I want people who have the interest in the online gurus, right? And then I also want people who have known something about the software. Okay, and then I'm going to cover the countries which are Asia, and then US, UK, Australia. This is just to remember so that you know the audience which you have kept in, and you can utilize this later also. The naming is just for that purpose only. Okay, so once you have this, you can also provide a similar name here for the ad set. So here you can enter the name as maybe say which is the ad set which is used for, so I'm saying you know, same like we used earlier. We used US, UK, Asia. Then we are looking at business owners. Then we are looking at online gurus, right? And then we are looking at software which they might be having interest in, and the age group is 21 to 25. Okay, so what is my traffic is going to be, I'm going to focus on website because I'm going to take them to my website, my challenge offer. Okay, and in case you are looking for a custom audience, right, you can choose the saved one right now. So if I use the saved one, I can click over here and I can choose which of the ones which I have already saved. Okay, so right now we are going to create a new one. Right? So I'm going to add the countries. So India is one of them, and I say include, let's say US. Okay, this is maybe United Kingdom. Then I'm going to add. Maybe Singapore. Select this, and then I'm going to add maybe Philippines. Yes. Then I'm going to add Australia. So based on your selections, you can decide which all countries you want to cover. Okay. So let's look at once again what all other countries we were looking at: US, UK, Australia, Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia. Okay, let's add Malaysia here. So let's say I'm going to say Malaysia. You can even type the name of the cities if you want to be specific about it. So we're going to take this. So this is done, right? We're going to take the age group as let's take the age group as 21, because I feel that is the age which is the right audience for us. So, and we'll cover up till 55. Okay. I want both men and women. Okay. In language, if I want, I can specify English all is also okay, UK or US, but English all is fine, right? Detailed targeting. Now here we are going to add the demographics. Okay, so let's first look at people who are say self-employed. Okay, I'm going to take this, right, and I'm going to click on maybe suggestions, because it is going to automatically give me the, so I want owner and founder, I want self-employed, I want business owner and CEO, okay, maybe small business. Some people might use this as a founder and director, right? Maybe founder, director, CEO. So based on the selections, it is automatically suggesting me various things, and I can choose whatever I want. Okay. So and it also shows me on the right hand side how many people get covered. So small business owners. Okay. So let's say these are the ones. Okay. For the time being, let's assume this is the one which we are taking. Okay. And if I want to do a narrow audience, which means this, and so I'm going to use something like Tony Robbins. He has a great following, right? And then I'm going to use the word maybe suggestions. Then I'm going to pick up something like, say, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, Kai Lopez. And I can, so maybe let's look at this, Gary Vaynerchuk. So you can pick the ones which are more relevant to. So I want to know the people who know. Okay, so and maybe so let's pick up this one. So it is your choice who all you want to be here. I don't want Russell Brunson here, because then I would be competing, because there's a similar audience he would be looking at. Okay, so let's pick up Tai Lopez. Let's pick up Grant Cardone, right? There are also some books which are mentioned here. So I picked up like Robert Kiyosaki's book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Right? Think and Grow Rich is the right one. If you want something like Seth Godin, these are the people who are already, playing in this area. So you will get an audience which are interested in any of those. It could be something like Neil Patel, right? So if you see your audience link is growing now, right? And maybe somebody like Anik Singhal, right? So this is up to you how much you want to do. And then, okay, I want to narrow it further by the people who also know the softwares. So let's look at the softwares which we had planned earlier. So people who have something like Constant Contact, Kissmetrics, WordPress, ClickBank, these are the ones. So let's start with taking this as a, so let's say I would choose something like ClickBank. Yeah? So when I say ClickBank, then I look at the suggestions, then I automatically get various people here. Somebody like, okay, maybe I also want like MailChimp, Infusionsoft. These are the softwares which normally people would. So I want to have the audience which know something or who have shown interest in these areas. Okay. It could be, let's look at other ones, say maybe Insta page, okay, or somebody who wants to know about social media marketing could be another area. Okay, WordPress could be another one interesting one. So once we have chosen all this, then I can say exclude. So I've defined 3 of them. So I want to do the exclude one. So I'll say I'll pick up on the exclude link, and then I will remove people who are following Russell Brunson. Okay. The reason we are doing this because then otherwise we are going to compete with, because he may be doing his own targeting, and then those will become very expensive for us. Okay, we don't want to do the same thing. Okay? So once you have done all this, so what if you see here, you defined the age, you have defined the demographics, you have defined English all, then you have defined people who are, what type level of people they are, then what kind of business gurus they are looking at, and then what kind of softwares they are following. So we have now I think a pretty good here. So if you click on this, so I think we have covered the targeting pretty well now. Okay, now if you see on the right hand side, you will see the audience size based on the selections which we have done. The audience size is 2,20,000 people, which is pretty good enough because it is fairly, right now it is still fairly broad. We can reduce it further by adding more also match or exclusions or remove some things from here. But the idea is to understand how it is, and it is showing us what is estimated daily results reach, which is pretty good, and link clicks which you can do. Okay, and then what I have done is I have looked at edit placements, which is the where your ad should come. So one is automatic, or you can use edit. So normally I use devices types all recommended, which is, so when you normally click, mobile and desktop both are required. Mobile is quite a popular one nowadays. Okay, second, I don't want people to see the right column because that is not very effective, and I don't want the marketplace. Okay, so what is required is Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, then you can use that, and remove the audience network, because this is where a lot of people you won't get the right kind of audience here, you know. So there is always a challenge when you use the audience network. Okay, if you want, you can use Messenger, but normally we don't use that. Okay, so this is where we are, and then we have used all. So if your audience is mainly on mobile, and if you want to show some video, then it is better to show, or you want them to take some action, then always use only when connected to Wi-Fi. Okay. Now let's go on to the next topic, which is the budget. Now you can either have a daily budget or a lifetime budget. Right? If you're using a daily budget, this could be 800 is what normally I recommend. Start with something like 500 or 800 rupees, right? Something, right? Or you can maximum do is around $10 or $20. Okay, and then you can choose whether you want to start a particular date. If you're running a particular campaign, say you want to start at 28 and end at maybe say okay, this is at 28 July. Okay, you are starting. So this is normally a 1 month kind of a period. So based on your choice, you can say, okay, I want to do it maybe say for till 7th of July. Okay, just to test various things. Okay, now so this is a very basic thing. And once this is done, then you go say continue. The next step would be, you would be looking at ads which will finally show. Okay, so you can choose what would you like to show and what would you like to say in the ad. Okay, in our case we are asking them, okay, in our case we are asking them to go to the challenge. Okay, and here if you see, here you have to link your Facebook page. So I'm going to use the page which is more relevant for me. So I'm using this Massimo products page. Okay, and in case you have an Instagram account, then you can use the Instagram. So my account is already there. Okay, then the question comes is what type of ad do you want? A video, slideshow, collection of photographs. Here also it is a collection of photograph, multiple to show in carousel, or so let's take single image right now. Okay, so if you see here, now to select the image you will have to do, so it says it has to be 1200 pixels. So it is going to pick up the image from my account, what I have already uploaded. So let's say I want an image like this, maybe something like this, and maybe I can pick up one more image if I want, maybe something like this. Okay, now let's say how does it look. So I picked up the images. It says 1200 into 628 pixels should be the right size of the image. Images you can get from various sources. It also has a free stock images here. You can select that if you want. So once that is done, here what you are looking at is a website, or if you want a specific event, right? And what text you want, what URL you are looking at, right? So here in our case, we are going to look at the challenge URL. So I'm going to pick up the challenge URL from here. This is my funnel. Okay, I'm going to pick up the challenge URL from here and use that. So this is the one which I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, because I want people to go to this. Okay, now the next question comes is what kind of headline you want in your ad. So I would say something like online entrepreneur growth challenge. Okay, it is your choice what you want to do, right? And what kind of call to action you want in the ad. So in my case, I will say go for something like sign up. Okay, so this is how if you see on the right hand side, you will see how will it look like. It is right now showing you the mobile news feed. If you want, you can check how will it look on the desktop news feed. Okay. Remember, a lot of people are going to see your ad on the this thing. So it has already picked up some text from this thing. If you want, you can change it. This looks pretty okay to me, and so it could be something like this, or it could be a story type of. So even if you go with this is pretty okay, right? And so more or less, and if you want, you can use Facebook pixel, like what as Ela has covered in the previous video, right? You can attach a pixel. So this is a very simple ad, and let's see how will it look like. So if you go and check this is how it is going to look like, something like this. Okay, and if you want to see the other image, there were two images, remember, we had selected. So this is how it will look like. Okay, and then there is a sign up button. So this very easy way to create your ad. Once this is done, right, you can confirm, and then you're ready to go. Okay guys, so this is what I wanted to show you, how you can create your own. The idea is so if you want something like create some urgency, then you can use something like for something like that. Hey, it's going to take some time because of the network speed. So here if you see, I have put in that limited time offer here, and it is showing on this. So this is basically to show some urgency. Ideally you should have a good headline or maybe a text. This should be bold enough to attract them, what it is about. Then there should be a call to action. These are some basic things, that a photograph which will attract them, something which is more meaningful for them to have a look at it, right? or it could be, if you want, you can have maybe a huge text, something like what I have noted down here, where it is, if you want, you can have create something like this, like what we have done for the. So let's try and see if we can use this. So instead of this, I can, so this is something which was suggested by the Facebook. I want to create my own. I can do something like this, right? And this will be a bigger text. And this is how it will, right? This is how it will appear. Okay, guys. So once you are ready, you confirm, say confirm. And then just confirming all your items that you have put into the system. Confirm, it is going to show it here. So right now what it is doing is it is still in the draft mode. It is going to get into the publish mode, and then it will become active. And as you see here on the other ads, they are all active here, right? And then it is showing how many results, how many reach. So here it is showing me, okay, your item has been published. Okay, so this is in review right now. Review will be done by the Facebook guys, and once they approve it, then it will be ready. Okay, here you can see the results, how many results, how many reach. So here I done some lead, post engagement, type of the various Facebook ads. So here we are basically talking about how to start creating your own ads, right? And if you want more and more details about the Facebook stuff, then there are a lot of links available, trainings available. We'll be also coming some advanced training on this, right? But for basic thing, I think this is a good to start with. Once you understand, you can play around. And Facebook also provides a lot of help on creating your own Facebook ads. Okay, guys, start making your own Facebook ad and start driving traffic to your sales funnel. Okay, guys, see you in the next video.